Hi guys, welcome back to Golden Reviewer. So here I have two Galaxy S22 Ultra. The white one is the Snapdragon variant and the burgundy one is the Exynos variant. I also have the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and here we are going to do a 4K video recording in low light comparison between two of them. And I'll just include the iPhone for reference, right? And some of you watched my previous video and you questioned me whether I enabled the stabilization on the Samsung. I'll show you that I did enable it, alright? So I'll just show you that the video stabilization is on both devices. And to be honest, I actually noticed this, right? It seems that stabilization on Exynos is just a little bit worse than the Snapdragon. So that might be why some of you find the video footage to be very shaky. But anyway, let's go to the test. Alright guys, so now I'm recording from the front-facing camera at 4K 30 FPS. Device on my left is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra Snapdragon, and on my right is the Exynos. Then in the middle is the iPhone 13 Pro Max, right? So this is the 4K 30 FPS from front-facing camera, and from what I can see from the viewfinder, it seems that the Snapdragon is indeed a bit sharper than the Exynos. And currently I'm walking to a slightly darker place to see if that makes any difference. What do you think? Maybe, what you see on PC after the video has been actually exported may be different from what I see in the viewfinder. So do tell me what you think. Which one do you like better? Snapdragon or Exynos? Yeah, it does look very soft to me, the Exynos footage. And the Snapdragon has a bit of noise, but it seems not as soft, right? So this place is very dark. Just see how dark the iPhone footage is. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Let's switch to the rear-facing camera. That on Samsung, not on iPhone. So you have to stop and restart the video. Yep. So now we are recording from rear-facing camera. I see something that is very similar from last year, right? Very similar to last year. The texture is better on Snapdragon, especially when you move. Just notice how the grass has almost no texture on the Exynos when we are walking, but it's better on the Snapdragon. Yeah, do you notice that? Right? And in this scene, if you pay attention to the bright areas, do you actually notice that the dynamic range is actually better on Snapdragon? You see, the highlight is a bit more blown out on the Exynos, while on the Snapdragon is better controlled. Then of course, when it comes to video dynamic range, iPhone is still the king. Right? So let's move away from this place. It's just too dark. And yeah, here we have a bit more light. Maybe we can walk a little bit and properly test the stabilization. What do you think? Actually, right from the viewfinder, I can notice that the Snapdragon is more stable than the Exynos, right? I'm not sure, like, after the video has been actually saved and exported, how much difference it will be, but I can really tell the difference right from the viewfinder, that the Snapdragon is more stable. And to be honest, I don't like this. I don't like two versions having completely different performance. Samsung, you shouldn't be doing this. Are you listening to me? Guess not. Anyway, I'll run a little bit, and so you can have a better understanding of the stabilization of these devices. okay. I was focusing on running, so I didn't pay attention to the screen. So you tell me which one did better, right? And at this dark place, let's switch to ultra wide. What do you think? Which is better for ultra wide? To be honest, I don't really know. The phone screen is a bit too small for me to tell any difference. If I have to choose one, I think the Snapdragon may be a little bit better. It still comes down to the texture, the details, and everything, right? The Exynos seems to just smooth out everything, which I don't really like. I have a bit more detail in my footage, right? So that's your ultra wide, right? That's the ultra wide, and let's try the 3x zoom. This is optical zoom on all three devices, and actually I'm surprised that the Snapdragon looks much better here. It's very clear, it's very sharp. Do you notice that? Yeah, it's very sharp. Exynos, not so good. iPhone is okay, I guess, pretty balanced. And let's try the 10x. So on the two Samsung phones, you can optically zoom into 10x. Well, on the iPhone, it's a digital zoom. But again, on Snapdragon, it looks much better. To be honest, I can't even tell whether the Exynos is using the 10x lens or not, or it's just digitally zooming from the 3x lens. It looks very blurry. It doesn't have much more detail than the iPhone digitally zoomed video, to be honest, right? So let's change to another angle. Yeah, the Snapdragon is still much better. Yep. So, guess that's just Exynos for you. And now we are back to the main lens, 1x. Yeah, I think that's about it for this comparison. Quick conclusion that we can draw from the comparison is that just like last year, Samsung messed up the Exynos again. The low light video recording is just not as good, right? Whether you are looking at dynamic range, stabilization, details, or noise reduction, basically it's just worse in every single way. Actually, at this point, I don't know what to say, right? Because Samsung, that's your in-house SoC, and by right, it should be better optimized than Snapdragon. But why are we seeing this? I really don't know. At this point, I just hope that Samsung can push system updates to the devices as soon as possible to improve the video recording on the Exynos, because at its current state, it's just too. The difference is just too big, right? For these two devices to even be selling at the same price. Anyway, I'll keep updating in my channel. As soon as there is an update to both of these devices, I'll do my comparison again and give you any findings, right? So do subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of these news, right? So thanks for watching, and see you next time.